The world of Chinese entertainment has been shaken by the tragic and mysterious passing of Zhang Jiawei, widely known by fans as Jin Zee. What initially appeared to be a heartbreaking loss has now taken a far more complex turn, as new developments reveal that authorities have discovered several irregularities surrounding his death. For fans who admired his work and charisma, the news came as a devastating shock. Zhang Jiawei was not just another rising actor. He was a figure who embodied dedication, talent, and quiet ambition. His performances in Chinese dramas had begun to attract significant attention, marking him as one of the industry's promising faces. However, as the days passed following the announcement of his death, questions began to emerge. What exactly happened in his final moments? And why did certain details not seem to align? According to early reports, Zhang Jiawei was found under circumstances that initially did not raise major concerns. Authorities had suggested a straightforward conclusion. But behind the scenes, investigators were already noticing small inconsistencies that would soon become impossible to ignore. One of the first red flags reportedly involved the timeline of events leading up to his death. Witness accounts and digital records did not perfectly match, creating a gap that investigators could not easily explain. This discrepancy alone was enough to prompt a deeper review. As more information surfaced, it became clear that Zhang Jiawei had been in contact with several individuals shortly before his passing. The nature of these interactions has not been fully disclosed, but sources suggest that they are now being carefully examined as part of the ongoing investigation. Adding to the mystery, there were also unusual findings at the scene. While officials have remained cautious about revealing specifics, insiders claim that certain elements did not fit the initial narrative that was presented to the public. Fans quickly took to social media, expressing both grief and growing concern. Many began to question whether the truth had been fully revealed. The demand for transparency has only intensified as more rumors and theories continue to circulate online. What makes this case particularly unsettling is the contrast between Zhang Jiawei's public image and the circumstances of his death. Known for his calm demeanor and professional attitude, there had been no widely reported controversies or personal struggles that might hint at such an outcome. Yet investigators are now reportedly exploring multiple angles. This includes not only the physical evidence but also Zhang Jiawei's recent activities, relationships, and even potential pressures he may have been facing behind the scenes. In the entertainment industry, where appearances often mask deeper realities, it is not uncommon for hidden challenges to go unnoticed. Could Zhang Jiawei have been dealing with something that was never made public? Another key focus of the investigation is digital evidence. In today's world, phones and online communication often hold critical clues. Authorities are said to be analyzing his messages, call logs, and social media interactions in an effort to reconstruct his final hours. This process, however, takes time. And as investigators work carefully through the evidence, the lack of immediate answers has only fueled speculation among fans and media outlets alike. Some reports have hinted at the possibility of external involvement, though nothing has been confirmed. Officials have emphasized that all possibilities remain under consideration, and no conclusions will be drawn until the investigation is complete. Meanwhile, those who knew Zhang Jiawei personally have begun to share their memories. Friends and colleagues describe him as hardworking, humble, and deeply passionate about his craft. Their testimonies paint a picture that makes the current situation even more difficult to comprehend. The emotional impact of his passing extends far beyond his immediate circle. Fans around the world have organized tributes, sharing clips of his performances and messages of love and remembrance. Despite this outpouring of support, there remains a lingering sense of unease. The unanswered questions continue to overshadow what should have been a moment of quiet mourning. Authorities have assured the public that they are committed to uncovering the truth. They have urged patience, emphasizing that thorough investigations require time and precision. Still, in an age where information spreads rapidly, maintaining that patience is easier said than done. Each new rumor, each unverified claim, adds another layer of complexity to an already sensitive situation. Some experts have pointed out that cases like this often involve details that are not immediately visible. What appears simple on the surface can quickly become complicated once all factors are taken into account. This is why investigators are said to be revisiting every piece of evidence, no matter how small. From forensic analysis to witness interviews, every angle is being carefully re-examined. The role of the media in this case has also come under scrutiny. While coverage has helped keep the public informed, it has also contributed to the spread of speculation, making it harder to separate fact from fiction. For now, the most important priority remains the truth. What really happened to Zhang Jiawei in his final moments? And will the answers bring closure to those who admired him? As the investigation continues, one thing is certain: this is no longer a straightforward case. The discovery of irregularities has transformed it into a complex and deeply concerning mystery. Fans continue to wait, hoping that clarity will eventually emerge. Until then, they are left with memories of an actor whose life was cut tragically short and questions that remain unanswered. In times like these, it is important to approach the situation with both empathy and caution. Behind every headline is a real person, a real life, and a story that deserves to be understood with care. Zhang Jiawei's legacy, however, is not defined by the circumstances of his death alone. It is also reflected in the work he left behind and the impact he had on those who watched and supported him. As more details come to light, the world will be watching closely. Not out of curiosity alone, but out of a shared desire for truth and justice. Until that truth is revealed, the mystery surrounding Zhang Jiawei's passing remains one of the most talked about and emotionally charged stories in the entertainment world today. And perhaps in time, the answers will not only explain what happened, but also bring a sense of peace to those who continue to mourn his loss. For now, all we can do is wait, remember, and hope that the truth will soon come to light.